Osamu Sato is a man of many talents. He's a digital artist, he's a photographer, he's a composer, and he also worked in video game development, as well as a graphics designer, composer, and even as a director. Starting from the early 80s, he continues to produce art and music to this very day. As of August 2020, 2 albums have been released this year, with a third one coming this October. Most people know him from his video games, like LSD Dream Emulator and Eastern Mind, The Lost Souls of Tong No. Heck, I was one of them. But I got into the rabbit hole and now I'm bopping a long top eyelash for the 7th time while making this? His extensive body of work has captivated several people over the last few years, both from his home country of Japan and from the West. Despite all this, there are still some things that have slipped under the cracks. Yes, Mr. Sato is no stranger to having some of his work being labeled as lost. Esoteric Retina, a rare video CD released in 1994, featuring music videos by Sato with exclusive alternate mixes, was considered lost for many years, until a listing came up in February 2018, being bought and ripped by Swaza in June of that year. It's funny, there was a massive bidding war. Several people frequented the subreddit for Osamu Sato versus Swaza, who also frequented that subreddit. Shuteng, the sequel to Eastern Mind, The Lost Souls of Tong No that never left Japan, was so rare that some even thought it was a hoax. VR Board and 4chan got their hands on it in 2013, 18 years after its original release. And if you want to know more about it, I suggest you look at Pachimuchi's video. It is a very nice video and I recommend you to check it out. But some other work didn't get the same look as the Esoteric Retina and Shooting. Kampu Movie, a VHS tape featuring computer animations made by Sato's company Outside Directors, or OSD for short, could only be purchased from TierArt, the company that released the tape. There's apparently not just music from Sato, but also from Shinobu Narita and The Sync. There's bits and bobs from Kampu Movie available, but not everything. This is the holy grail for anyone who enjoys Sato's work. So, where am I getting with this long-ass intro? A little edutainment game called Rolypolys no Nanakorobi Yaoki thankfully followed the path of Shuteng, getting eventually found after many years of hiding. Today, we'll learn about how Rolypolys was found, what the game's about, and raise awareness to another lost Sato game. Finally, guys, gals, non-binary pals, this is The Search for Rolypolys. So, Rolypolys no Nanakorobi Yaoki, which apparently means Rolypolys 7 downs 8 ups, is a point-and-click edutainment game / animation showcase experience thing developed by Outside Directors and published by Shinko Music. Released in 1997, it was the first of a series of 2 edutainment games featuring these animal friends here. Don't worry, we'll talk about the second game later. The game was made in Macromedia, so no surprise it was shown off in Macromedia Yukon in 1996, being a finalist in the Kids' World department of the Macromedia Multimedia Awards. There were also plans to release the game internationally under the title The Quick Brown Fox Jumps Over the Lazy Dog, but with the West's lack of interest in distributing it, the deal fell through. The game's purpose is to teach children the alphabet and English using proverbs and the captivating wacky hijinks of the colorful cast of characters, the Rolypolys. Sadly, the game is extremely rare. Talking about online sales only, there was one auction in 2002 and it was pretty much it for a long time, aside from a few gameplay clips here and there. The game has such an elusive presence, it actually became kind of a meme in the Osamu Sato appreciator circles, with a lot of, I found it in insert ridiculous location here. And then, one day, Reddit user Visual Menace found an auction listing for the game using Google Images of all things. And Discord user Gohal quickly snatched the copy and ripped it with the help of another Discord user called D-Dine. And that's how Rolypolys was found. While not having the amazing story of how it was found like Shooting, it was a lengthy wait for such a fabled game, and its discovery was met with much rejoice. So much so that there's now a kind of a big fandom for it, mostly comprised of young teenagers. Still, it's nice as it can attract more people to explore Osamu Sato's work. So, how does the game play? As I said, it's more of an animation showcase experience thing. There isn't much gameplay to it besides a shooting minigame and an awful box carrying minigame. Most of the time, you just watch little animations. After a high energy intro with some pumpy music, introducing you to the several characters, you're met with the title screen, the alphabet right in front of you. You get to also click on the characters to get to know them better. Let's do a character roundup. Pun, the eponymous lazy dog who likes to eat and gets constantly bullied by Shaw, the quick brown impatient fox. Pun doesn't care though. George, the ferret, is baby. He likes sleeping, eating, and sleeping. He's besties with Banatan, the genius monkey, who looks too much like an old classmate of mine. Who am I kidding? George and Banatan are gay as fuck. Jumping Jack Boo, the world's strongest pig and martial arts star. He's got a badass dragon tattoo. Las Vegas Akiko, a hard-working peacock by day and energetic dancing peacock with bright feathers by night. I don't know why she puts on bright feathers, so I'ma say she's gender fluid. My headcanon don't bully. Belmontas, the bagworms who may or may not be brothers, but they sure are very competitive. Their faces are also funny. Also, Belmontas. And finally, Mr. Holocaust, or whatever you say it. The famous craft chef who is so nice, he'll cook his own legs for you if you're hungry. So what happens is you click on the alphabet and little animations play out. And that's pretty much it. They're very funny though. I would love seeing a cartoon based on these characters' hijinks. But, is the game scary, you ask? Because some YouTubers say it's scary, so it must be. No, it's not. It's cute and charming. You're just saying it's scary so it can give them views and money. Okay, that time flies sequence is pretty scary because rapid aging is scary, but that's pretty much it. The game isn't something to write home about, but it's the characters that attract people to it, and that includes me. The game is just simply fun to watch. And what about that second game? Rolypolys no Sekai Ryoko, or in English Rolypolys World Tour, was released in late 1997 for Japan only. No intentions of international release this time. It was also developed by OSD and published by Shinko. This game is even rarer than Rolypolys 1. Over the years, there has been some auction listings. I remember one situation where a guy on Twitter had the game, but Japan is very strict on its copyright laws, and when the dude started getting requests to have the game ripped, he deleted the post. We only had the smallest screenshots until Rolypolys was found and we got a trailer showcasing some gameplay. The game seems way more involved this time around. Looks like it has a lot more gameplay to it. Though there was a bit of a run-in with World Tour in 19th of July of this year. It was some sort of bonus game for an auction. Unfortunately, some random person bought it and probably won't even rip it, so that's kind of a shame. And sadly, this is all we know of Rolypolys no Sekai Ryoko, or Rolypolys World Tour, and that's why I'm making this video, so that it can reach out more people and probably make more people look out for it. Regarding the first Rolypolys, it's also just this. There isn't really a lot to talk about. Though, if you enjoyed this video, I would suggest you look at my video of Kamihuishi Kimura Monogatari, a game parodying Amshin Rikyo. So, hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you next time.